Hello, Tropical Brownie. I like your name. Hello. Hi, I'm live. I'm wearing that shirt that always goes viral that says, if you have something homophobic, transphobic, and biphobic to say, don't say anything at all. Hello. Hi, Rainbow Hot Dogs. Hello. I like your username. Hi. I wanted to say it's super exciting that the new song is coming out in 2 days, but if you haven't watched some of my previous posts, you wouldn't know that I actually am postponing the music video. Unfortunately, it's like so sick, and I always edit them myself, and I'm like, oh, darn, I want the world to see this, but I'm working on, for the first time, having music merch, so I want to have that out before. But I did film a lyric video, so we will see how that goes. We shall see. I am currently editing it. I'm trying to get it all together, and I just wanted to apologize. I'm sorry. But the song is still Chef's Kiss, and if you've not pre-saved it, I think we have 25,000 pre-saves, which is super cool. Hold on, let me see. My goal was 10,000, so this is, which we hit in 1 day. Not to brag about all of you. Sorry, I'm laughing, I feel bad. Okay, let's see how many. Let's see. We have we also have 2 because I changed the name of the song as the professional I am. Hello, I should read these. Baby's doing good. You can't pre-save because you don't know your Spotify password. I feel that. Hello. I can't read these. I'm gonna answer some questions. Okay. This is funny. What's your favorite One Direction song? Oh my god, I had a One Direction fan account. I've talked about this a few times, and my best friends were like, One Direction's so lame, and I secretly would like go on Tumblr and talk about how much I loved One Direction, and I was like, yeah, Guys, I have a picture of Harry Styles, just literally, like, I have this, oh, wow, there it is. I have this pin board, and I just have this photo of him, and that's all I need. Am I one of those girls that's obsessed with him? Yes. I'm like, what do I add to that? I don't know, but his music is genuinely so good, and especially because obviously I'm a fan of rock. I play electric guitar. It's just really cool to see, like, such a popular artist get into rock music, so we love him in this household. Also, he just kind of plays with, you know, gender expression, and he even has some songs where he's very openly bisexual or maybe pansexual. Very open to exploring his sexuality, and we love to see it. I'm too emo for Harry. What do you guys listen to? I think, like, I don't know, I think about it all the time, because I feel like there's some emo kids that, like, only listen to emo music, and then there's some emo kids that are, like, secretly blasting Hannah Montana, and that was always me. I, like, never looked emo too, unless when I had blue hair, I feel like I looked pretty emo, but I don't know. If any of you guys remember my 2 phases with blue hair, my hairdresser said my hair is strong. I've never had the courage to actually ask how I've been able to dye my hair so many times. Now we know. But I kind of want to, I was thinking about this today, I kind of want to keep my blonde hair to have consistency in my life. Girl in red, very gay. 10 out of 10. Emo forever. There's so much drama in the emo community right now, and I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like I have such a, like, heavy heart. I just hope nothing is true. I don't know. Because something recently happened with 21 Pilots where someone, like, made a crazy accusation against, I believe it was against Tyler, and did it as a social experiment. That's something I passionately am just not for, because people that have actually had experiences aren't taken seriously. Like, that is not something to play around with as a social experiment. Like, that is insane. And also, like, we're talking, like, career, life or death for them, you know what I mean? Like, that is, like, a very serious thing to do, and I don't know. I would say, like, the worst thing that's happened to me in that respect, obviously I'm not as relevant as 21 Pilots, but this happened to me 2 years ago, where a subscriber faked that they killed themselves for my attention, and that was really hard for me, because obviously I was heartbroken. Like, I care a lot about the people that support me and have been supporting me since I was like 15 years old, but it was also really heartbreaking hearing that someone, I guess, like, also though, my thought is that, like, if they even said that, they're probably not in a good place, and, like, for that, I just hope someone's, like, looking out for them. I don't know, it was a very weird, it was, like, not a weird situation, but it was really hard, because at the same time, I'm like, this person was probably going through something, and I don't know, like, I don't want to blame this person, but obviously, like, it is a very serious thing, and I think it should be discussed that that's not an okay thing to do. Cancel culture is stupid. I high-key agree. In some ways, I definitely think there are certain things that are inexcusable, but I think sometimes, like, before the person can even defend themselves, people are like, they're canceled. Like, and they just already, like, strongly hate the person, burn their CDs and stuff, when, like, the person, which obviously, I also think people should speak up. Like, it's so important to, address these things. But I just feel like people are so quick. Also, like, it just annoys me that, like, I'm saying like a lot because I'm nervous. I feel as if, there we go. I feel as if I go on Twitter and YouTube and whatever, not Instagram, but especially like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, and I feel like all of the trending content, it's all about people that are canceled or getting canceled or what's wrong, and like, obviously I think it's important to educate, but I feel like I rarely see people just like uplifting other people's content. Like, I feel like people getting canceled now gets more attention than someone that's just making content and making good contributions. And it's like, it's sad, I don't know. This is probably like, I don't know. Please don't cancel me for this. And that's like actually a thing. Like, I am scared of being canceled. And like, I told my friends that, and they're like, but you're innocent. And like, I know I'm like a good person and I would never intentionally do something, but I'm so scared like one day I'll say something without knowing that there's like another meaning, and like purely from just like me being dumb, and like people will cancel me before they hear like, I literally just didn't know this. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like a genuine fear I have. And ultimately I feel like when someone has an online presence, for some reason they're expected to be like a perfect person that says everything correctly, and that's not true. Especially like, obviously if you have a platform, you should be certain people should not have a platform, don't get me wrong. But I also think that there's this like crazy, I guess like unrealistic expectation that's put upon influencers, which sounds weird, but I don't know, as if we need to like all know how to perfectly, I guess like talk about situations or so on and so forth. I don't know. When like ultimately we're all just learning. Like, I'm a 21-year-old girl. I'm just chilling. I just like to make rock music and exist and gay content, of course. Which, oh my god, a weird thought. I hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube before I even came out, which is so weird to me because my content's so gay. I'm like, how? But on Instagram, I realized a lot of you guys like came from my gay content. So hello, welcome. Or a lot of people were already gay that followed me. I guess I just like, or not even gay, just like queer or like very strong allies. I feel like I've just always been a very, I guess like, just like accepting person regardless of coming out or not. And I've always wanted to like create a safe space that probably people that were a part of the community already felt like they could follow me without me having to come out. Does that make any sense? We all knew. Oh boy. We love us gays. Obviously though, if you're not gay, if you're just an ally and you support me, you are just as appreciated. You don't need to be gay to follow me at all. In fact, like, that's really cool that, you know, you support a queer creator and you, like, support all my posts about, you know, sexuality and stuff. Like, that's super appreciated, too. So, yeah. Someone said they're gay and they watched me before they came out. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see. Ooh, girl in red or sweater weather. So I thought I was very girl in red and I felt very girl in red. And I think like for the most part, I'm girl in red, but I really started to, I think part of me felt like I couldn't be very quote unquote like queer, like have lots of gay friends and really like be passionate about it if I was more sweater weather or at least a little bit sweater weather. And I'm like, definitely, do you understand what I'm saying here? I'm definitely more girl in red, but like the week, oddly, I've like really been embracing the fact that I'm also sweater weather, because that's equally as valid. Like, if I date someone that's non-binary, if I date someone that is also a woman, if I date a cis straight guy, like, I think all of that's important representation, you know? I was just thinking about that, you know? So, I was like, if I ever date a guy again, I did when I was 18, it could be cool to, like, not be cool, but, you know, if I was ever open about it, people can't be like, you're not gay enough. If anything, I'll be like, you know, it's just as impactful for the community if someone that's bisexual dates, you know, a cis straight man, as long as he's not, which, honestly, that's been my issue with dating guys. Like, I feel like all my guy friends are so, like, maybe it's because they're my friends and I, like, willingly let them into my life, but I don't know, all of my guy friends are very, like, they understand bisexuality with females and they're very respectful. And then, like, when I go on dates with guys, they're all so, like, I feel like I've had like one guy I've gone on a date with that like hasn't been mated on, no, two, and they were very nice, that haven't made it uncomfortable. I don't know. I've been on a lot of dates in my time with guys and girls. So that's saying a lot, which it sounds like 2 dates. It's like, oh, but it's like 2 out of 10 or probably more than that. I don't know. I went through a phase, but anyways, I don't know why I like it's, and it's not me trying to, cause obviously it's not like I see every straight cis guy and I'm like, you're going to be weird about my bisexuality. Cause I think everyone deserves, I don't know, that's like a very toxic stereotype, because there could be a really sweet guy out there that like really supports your bisexuality, but also like it's just it's been hard for me to trust a lot of guys because they've been, but also like on the other side of it, I feel like a lot of lesbians can be weird about bisexuality, which like honestly, if you're a lesbian and you really like don't feel comfortable dating a woman that's bisexual, like don't do it, but do not like date a bisexual woman and then make her feel uncomfortable for it or bad about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't even get yourself in that situation if you can't even acknowledge that, you know? I don't know. I'm just ranting. This is just one of those lives, I guess. Someone said I'm a big sister. Yay! Okay, I wanted to answer another question. Let's see. Life advice. Pickle Paege. You were my fan page of the day. I always remember that. People ask me how I do it. It's honestly just like, I stalk my tagged pictures all the time, and I realized I had you twice, but you know what? You deserved it. But I definitely repeat people because I don't know. I think it shouldn't be a one-time thing, because especially people keep posting, and like, I don't know. I need to appreciate my fan pages at all stages. But anyways, life advice. Life is so weird right now. Like, it's just hard to be, I don't know. Something I've really been working on is being assertive, which assertive is different from being, mean or blunt, because I feel like those can have negative connotations. But assertive is when you're setting your boundaries and you're being polite and respectful, which is completely possible. And for me, I think like setting any boundary is disrespectful. I'm like, they're gonna hate me now, or they're gonna think I'm scary or bossy, or like, because I have a platform, they, that I'm full of myself, which is not the fact at all. But what was I saying? I feel, oh my god, I'm forgetting words. Wow. I don't know. I'm very scared of being direct. If you've ever taken the 16 personalities test, I'm an INFP, and I'm like 93% perceiving, and I think the other thing is J, which is judgment or something, or perceiving versus being basically like logical. I don't know, but yeah, that's something I've been working on. And also, like, I'm a very intuitive person. I'm a Pisces now. I'm just like a very, like, this is how I feel. I don't know, just like, yeah, you all know this. You know what I mean? Like, just, I'm very intuitive. And I'm very much, I don't really think about, like, logistics, which obviously, like, some things just don't have logistics, like, a relationship or a friendship. Like, it's kind of weird to, I guess, but I feel like sometimes I'm like, this just feels right, instead of just like, okay, actually writing out a list of like pros and cons, because that can be really effective and important too. And that's how like a lot of people, I'm just like not a straightforward thinker, if that makes sense. Not straight either. That was not my best gay joke. I've made way better ones. That was a shame to my, the thing too is like, I'm so used to making gay jokes when I like lived in LA, but now it's just like my family and they don't think it's funny, so I'm like, well shoot, now what? But what was I saying? Wow. INFP and Hufflepuff. I think that seems like it would be common. I'm just trying to, I love the fact that I'm intuitive, but I also need to be logical sometimes, and I need to also think about like, instead of like, this feels good for me, I also need to think about consequences. And also, I'm just like not I've really been trying to do this, but I'm a horrible person when it comes to time management. I think it's like, I have ADHD, and I just am so bad. Like, I'm bad at responding to texts, or I'm really good at responding to texts, or like, I don't know, I end up like accidentally doing something for like 3 hours, and I'm like super hyper focused, and then I'm like, oh my god, I totally missed that thing. I just like have no concept of time. My dad has said it since I was like in 2nd grade, so unfortunate, but okay, let's see. What's your Enneagram number? I'm a 4, which is interesting. Basically, I'm gonna describe this in a way that isn't nice, which I shouldn't do that. I'm very artistic and creative, which I think we all know that, but I also like live to be special. I live to not be like other girls. Well, that's like kind of the that's like one of the negative parts of being a 4, but like, I'm also a Pisces, which, if you don't believe in astrology, I'm also an INFP, which is like the idealist, so it just makes, I feel like there's a lot of people, there's similarity, crossover. Okay, let's see. Da-na-na-na-na, when are you gonna collab with Thomas Sanders? Oh my god, I would die. I really want to. It's the rat's name. What's What's your favorite song by Melanie Martinez? Ooh, Mad Hatter. 10 out of 10. What if song is underrated? I feel like no one talks about Copycat. That was such a good song. And all the comments under it were about Billie Eilish, when, like, ultimately the idea of a copycat has been around for, like, forever. Like, it's always been an idea and something people talk about. But, Cake's a good song too. What am I saying? Lots of INFPs. That would make sense. I feel like that makes sense. I definitely live in my head, which is a big INFP thing. I completely romanticize. Oh my god, that is such an issue. INFPs, if you feel this, or just if any of you guys feel this as being an idealist, someone breaks my heart and then I don't see them for a while and I forget about all the bad stuff they did. And then I romanticize them. I'm like, oh my god, all those good moments. My head is so, like, thinking of imaginary, like, I don't know, I live in my head. And just, like, in imaginary scenarios and, like, I don't know. But that's a big issue of mine, is romanticizing things. So, don't do that. It's not that easy at all. Yeah. It's hard, honestly. Like, I don't know. I remember I dated one person and, like, for some reason I really romanticized this person when we dated, we just did not get along. And then, like, something happened where we hadn't talked in a while and, like, we had to bring up a conflict we had between the two of us. And, like, I was suddenly reminded that this person just, like, wasn't, like, every single thing that, you know, like, all the romanticization went away. And I was like, oh my god, whoa. It was super weird. I'm ranting. Okay, let's see. Can you say stream no shame? That's Five Sauce. I thought that song came out a while ago, but I love that song. Oh, listen, I love old Five Sauce, don't get me wrong, but new Five Sauce, like, they just keep maturing and getting better. I swear, it, like, is almost, like, Radiohead inspired. Please don't cancel me for saying that, but it feels very alternative and, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel, I think, I get the sense, which please don't cancel me for this, but I get the sense that they have more creative control now. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but their new music has been great. And also they're just older, so it makes sense that their music would be more mature. Teeth too, good song. And I feel like, you know, they're like, they've always loved guitars, and I feel like they sound, I don't know, I feel like they're more comfortable. They've, like, found their thing, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. But oh my god, they're, my favorite album of all time. It's actually, okay, so in 2018, my most listened to artist was actually Five Sauce because of their album, wow, and I'm not even remembering the name. I'm shit. Youngblood? Is that what it's called? I know Youngblood's on it. Wow. Am I dumb? Wow. They were my most listened to. I honestly... Okay, I'm not as dumb as I thought. I'm not dumb. The album is called Youngblood. Okay, my favorite songs are Moving Along and Empty Wallets. I listen to those, like, all the time. Oh, and Valentine. Valentine's great, too. Yeah. But I saw them live at this, like, little mini concert I went to. It was, like, a show they had with only, like, 800 people. And I went because I know Crystal. And it was so, like, they played a lot of their new songs that were gonna be released on Youngblood. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait for this album. And they're, like, which is a really good thing, they're better live. Like, especially... like, guitar-wise and everything, like, they turn into, like, a rock band. They are experienced and they're good, which I feel like, you know, you have to be really talented to sound better live, so, go Five Sauce. I don't remember, I apparently have watched the music video because it says so on my YouTube, but I don't remember it for 2 years ago. I finished Lucifer last night, that was good. Wow, the way it ended, if you know, you know. Also, that actor's insane because imagine playing your own twin. Like, what the heck? And he does such a good job, so props to him. He literally feels like a different character, even though it's just the same actor. I'm like, how? I suck at acting. I did Guilty Party, which you should all watch anyways. Go watch Guilty Party and comment you are from the Jessie Paege fandom, which I'm grateful for. It was such a great opportunity. It was so fun. It, like, got me out of my shell, and I met a lot of good friends from there. Like, met Miles from Guilty Party. Tila's amazing. Tiffany, who's, like, one of my really close friends and was, like, one of my best friends in LA. She played Emma. I played Charlie. It sucked. I was, like, barely in season 2, though. I was the girl in a coma. I had to play a girl in a coma. And I was like, what did I do wrong? Because I feel like I was, like, the lead girl, I will say, season 1. And then season 2, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this show I did when I was, like, 18, yeah. Wow! I am old now! I'm not even old. I'm 21. Why? I was 18. What? I've been in this so long. Damn. Okay, it's so weird because, like, from my perspective, when I lived in LA, I was always the baby. Like, people were like, oh my god, she's so young. Like, I don't know. I was definitely, like, the youngest out of my friends and out of, like, that whole beauty guru circle. And then I feel like there's this new generation of YouTubers now and like, TikTok and all these, like, new platforms. And I'm just, like, old. I'm like, fucking damn it. I was young. I was a baby. Yeah. Oh god, I got my blood drawn. There's, like, a huge bruise. I watched Guilty Party. Thanks! For that show, it was, like, not even acting for season 1, because I felt like she was, like, pretty similar to my personality, and they kind of based the character around, like, certain things. Like, for example, I was like, I play electric guitar, so they made the character play. No, you're not. You're still a baby. Thanks! I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I just turned 30 years old when I was 18 for moving out when I was, like, 16 and living alone in Los Angeles, and I feel like I just skipped the whole, like, being young thing. Like, when I date people, because I feel like when I just, like, date people around my age, I'm like, I am, like, not a 21-year-old. I'm 30. I think it's because, like, I never went to college, and, like, I've had a full-time job, and all my friends were older, and I, like, am not, like, a huge drinker. I don't party, like, stuff like that. I just never, I don't know. I was never invited to parties in high school, and I was like, I bet I would love partying, and then, like, certain things, yes, like, a small New Year's party we had, like, with 20 people, that's fun, or, like, I had a Halloween party when I was 17, and, invited, like, 30 people, like, that's fun, because they were all my friends. That's different, though, but I feel like, the whole, well, first off, we're in a pandemic, but also, like, the idea of a house party, like, never appealed to me. I don't know, I'm like, this is a waste of time. I'd rather be home and being creative. Like, I'm way more euphoric if I'm, like, playing guitar late at night and feeling it than if I'm, like, sitting there and, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I do drink sometimes. I'm 21, but I'm, like, not into, like, a huge party with a ton of people. It sounds like hell to me. I don't know. I'm, like, definitely an introvert, but also, because I'm an INFP, I also am, like, pretty close to being an extrovert, and I feel like I'm, like, an introvert in the sense that I really like, I like to be alone. I definitely like my alone time, and I'm, like, I like to do a lot of things. I feel like, okay, here's a good way to think about it. So, introvert, extrovert, here's some things. Okay, introvert, you listen to music by yourself more often, like with headphones or something, which also, like, this isn't an actual test, but just in my opinion. And then extrovert, you're mostly listening to music when you're at a party, in the car with your friends, or just, like, having fun with your friends sort of thing. Like, it's more of a social thing. Or I feel like introvert, extrovert, introvert, I feel like I had a good one about TV, and it's, I don't know. I'm 100% introvert. I feel like I'm, like, the thing is, this is an introvert trait, so I'm like, I like to hang out with people just like in smaller groups. So I'm like, but then again, I'm like, I have no problem talking to anyone, which I used to, but I'm just like not shy. People are like, okay, she talks. So in that sense, and I also like can't be alone too long. I go crazy. But I lived alone for 4 years. That's the thing. I got like gradually more extroverted and like living alone. Well, the thing is, I lived alone, but I was like, I would be out all day, like hanging out with people, or I had someone I worked with, or my manager, blah, blah, blah. And like, I wasn't really alone that often. I don't know. I'm ranting. Ambivert. That's what, okay, the first person that ever told me about what an ambivert was Conan, back when we were like 18, and I still like remember that word. I'm like, ambivert. I feel like that's me, where like I can't be alone too long, but also I like also feel socially exhausted sometimes, for sure. Yeah. There we go. For example, I was filming my music video, and it was nice for a little bit that I was filming it alone, and I definitely did a good job because I was doing it alone, but at the same time, like, a really big part of me missed filming it, but also, like, I couldn't see myself enjoying filming it with, like, a huge film crew. Like, when I film my music videos, they've all been with, like, friends of friends in the industry, like, all people I know, so it's, like, a very comfortable environment, and it's I think the most I've had, which, like, I didn't even hire all these people. I just filmed at my friend's house, and she's roommates. But I feel like we had, like, 11 people for Phantom, which, now that I think about it, I'm like, I can't believe I was hip thrusting on front of 11 people. There we go. It's okay. There's musicians hip thrust in front of thousands of people, so, yeah. I'm really ranting. They were roommates. I'm an extrovert. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. I honestly was just gonna do this for 2 minutes, and it's been 30. Wow. Go click the link in my bio. Seriously. Go make another Spotify account to click the link in my bio. Like, that is serious. We want Villain to get to 25,000. Okay, so we have 21,920, and the song comes out in 2 days. So we can that would be, first of all, this is already the most pre-saves I've ever had, so thank you, but let's do more. But also I'm appreciative of what I have, but you should still make another Spotify account and send it to your friends. Send it to your friend that has no idea who I am. Be like, just click this, okay? Just do it. Please. It'll give you clear skin, good grades. Just do it. Cool. Okay. Goodbye.